Baldoni update. This is our perspective. We've been watching a lot of different resources, Candace Owens and everybody else, you name it, all over the place. And this is our take, our update on the whole Baldoni Blake Lively thing at the moment. I'm not sure where our last video ended. I think I was on Baldoni's side because he said he had receipts, and that's interesting. But I'm pretty sure at the time I was thinking, wait a minute, Lively is showing loads of different things already. Like, she's actually got things that she's saying, like, he's coming into my trailer, he's doing XYZ. And I was thinking, okay, maybe that's a thing.
I think you were in the middle.
I think
last
I might
time.
have been.
You were in the middle.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go on to where we are right now. So first things first, the footage that came out.
Yeah, the dancing scene.
Yeah, which has been basically released by Baldoni's defence. That's interesting in itself, isn't it?
Yeah, because it's like evidence for him,
Yes,
isn't it?
yes. So they're saying this fights Baldoni's case.
Yeah.
So this is evidence for him and against her.
Yeah, it's evidence that proves, she was wrong. What she said was wrong.
And what she had basically said is that he basically smelled her neck, shoulder area and all this and said, oh my God, you smell amazing. Like, well, in a more like creepy way than that, let's say. Yeah. When in fact, what did we actually see? Really, they were talking about like body makeup or something. They were talking about a lot of different things.
Yeah, I think she was making it out like he was crossing the line.
Yeah.
But it didn't appear that way.
That's right.
At least to me, it didn't.
Yeah.
And yeah, like for me, I think he did come across respectful. Yeah. Respectful enough. Like, they're supposed to be dancing. It's supposed to be an intimate-ish scene.
Yeah.
And I think this clip is only supposed to be, it's what do you call it?
Slow motion.
Yeah, slow motion. It's not even, they're only going to use it for like 10 seconds or something, this part. Yeah. But it was dragged out for so long because I think she was doing a lot of talking and she was kind of directing him.
She was doing a lot of directing.
Yeah, she was doing a lot of directing and I think going against what he wanted.
Of course, you could see it.
So if anything, I felt like he was uncomfortable filming this shot. And she was trying to, she was trying to take control and he was trying to his best, control. It looks like, to please her, like do what she wants here. Yeah. Even though, she shouldn't be directing so much.
Yeah.
So, I think it backfired. It has backfired, I'm sure.
Yeah.
For her.
I'm just going to nail down on that line, the whole smells good, whatever thing.
Yeah.
Because they were in conversation, which was her thing. Her thing was, let's talk. It's going to be in slow motion, without having a romantic conversation, talking and stuff, which I get it. Could look good on a film. I get that. Makes sense. But, okay, you've got some talking footage. Let's go back to what he was doing, which is more like a silent, romantic moment between two people, right? Yeah. But she was talking all the way through it. And as part of that, in the conversation, it came up, like she goes, oh, it's the body makeup. And he went, it smells good. That's it. And I'm sure it's like quite natural for like perfume, for makeup to be perfumed. And that's basically what he was referring to. Yeah. Whereas she was like talking about like her and stuff, like probably making about herself. Yeah. In a way, vain in a way. But in another way, that was her clutching at straws to find things to use against him. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And that's
because that's one of the things that she mentioned in her papers, basically. Yeah. That was one of the things
in her case against him.
Yeah, made her feel like, she was assaulted in a way.
Yeah.
Made her feel uncomfortable. Yeah. But if anything, it looks like to me that she was making him really awkward. It was very awkward filming that, and I think she made him more uncomfortable than she was uncomfortable.
I agree. I saw him as somebody who was like, I don't want to confront you in front of all these people while we're filming this scene. Yeah. I don't want to confront you right now. I'm just going to go with what you're saying to keep it civil. Yeah. But I don't want to be like fighting with you right now.
It looked like he was tipping toes around her.
Yeah. He was doing what she wanted.
Yeah, he was. It looked like it anyway.
Because it starts off, and the first thing she says is like, "We're not on our marks. We should go back to our marks." Like, because the light is wrong. And he goes, "No, the light is better because the light is behind me, and it'll look good." Which I get it. It'll silhouette him, and that's a cinematic technique. I get it. And then they're talking the non-stop. And what I find interesting is towards the end of the footage, before it goes to recording their feet, which was fair enough, she's wearing those insanely expensive shoes.
Louboutins, I think, yes.
Yeah. And before it goes to that point, they're towards the end of their shooting of that scene. And Baldoni goes, "Oh no, wait a minute. Oh, I'll come back onto this." Baldoni goes, "Let's get a really, really close shot. So you make sure you're ready to get a really, really close shot of us two, our lips almost touching."
Yeah.
And around this area, Blake Lively has said something like, "Should we kiss or something?" And he was kind of like, "No, I just think like going near misses type thing is better." And then he's done this thing saying, "Okay, now I'm going to get a really close shot." And then she's gone like, "Maybe we shouldn't give them what they want. Let's not give them what they want. Let's talk a bit more." I'm like, that's interesting. A second ago, you were talking about kissing. He kind of rejected that.
Yeah, she backpedaled a bit. Yeah.
Now he's talking about let's get a close shot. And now you're resisting that straight away too. You're like, let's just be talking instead.
Yeah.
And just before that moment where he says, "Let's get our lips really close together," she basically forces Baldoni to say that Lively and Reynolds' relationship is amazing.
Yeah, I saw that. Yes.
Because she was like,
cringe.
"Oh, yeah." She was like, "Oh, we're always like that. We're always like blah, 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 blah. I don't know, talking. We always talk or something, or we're always looking at each other or something, like fixated with each other."
Yeah.
And he goes, "Oh, yeah, that's really cute." She goes, "It's more than cute, don't you think?"
Yeah, no, cringe.
What? Honestly,
I hated that.
That was definitely done so she could show that footage back to Ryan. Like, look at this, Ryan, look. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how I see it. I see it as this was proper there because either she knew that Ryan's going to watch the footage with her.
Yeah.
Or she needed things to take back to him.
Yeah.
To say, "Look, relax. Whenever we're talking, I'm bringing you up.
Yeah.
I'm making sure that he knows that you and me are like,
yeah,
settled and that, whatever."
Yeah. I think she was trying to make... part of it is because of the Ryan Reynolds gonna watch it.
I think it's a massive part.
And also I think like she was trying to nail it in there, like trying to make him feel a certain way, I think.
Yeah.
As in Baldoni. But that was very...
Feel a certain way. Tell me a bit more.
I just think like she just put that in there to make him feel like...
inferior?
Yeah. And like, we're strong.
See, now this is
like
something...
I'm not attracted to you at all.
Yes.
Like, you're a nobody to me. This is just work, that's it.
Now that is kind of what I was talking about, especially like to put him in his place, yeah? Because this is what I was talking about, because she said that to him, and then in a way he has then asserted his position and said, "Right, next shot, you and me really close up on the lips." Like, in a way, all right, that's what you're doing. You're putting me in my place. You're doing that. Now I'm going to do something back to you. Do you get it? That's what I kind of saw there. But it's very much arguable that that's the way it was going to go in the script anyway. So they had to get that shot anyway.
Yeah.
But I think she could see that passive-aggressive move, because this is very passive-aggressive in a way here. She could see that, and that's why she was like, "No, how about we don't do that?" That's what I read. That's how I saw that bit. Like, there was more complexities to that. That's what I was kind of seeing, like, very subtle but very present at the same time.
I guess no one will... Like, I guess we won't know, if he is attracted to her.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't know if Blake is attracted to him too. Do you know what I mean?
That's right.
But the way I saw it was like, it was very awkward, them filming together, at least in that scene.
Yeah.
And a lot of it was, I feel like, is from her. The awkwardness was from her.
Yeah.
And I just think, like, when you're going into a scene like that, or even all scenes, you would have planned what you were going to do, especially things like locking lips or like touching.
Everything is planned.
You would have had that conversation. You would have discussed that prior to the cameras rolling.
Yes, you do.
So whether it's touching, not touching, just about touching, or lips kissing, whatever, you would have already had that conversation.
Yes.
So why are you making it so awkward and dragging it and talking about it whilst rolling?
Yeah, talking in the scene.
It's
not
like
talking in the
wasting
scene.
time. It just looks so unprofessional.
Yeah.
I think we should keep talking because that's more romantic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You have a shot list. You have a list of shots which you have to get. In them shots, all of the action is described, including talking, not talking.
The one that just shouts unprofessional to me is her, at least in that shot, in that scene that I've seen.
Yeah, she shouldn't have been directing the way she was. Should have let the director direct.
Yeah.
That's what should have happened there. And I can really see Ryan Reynolds' strings in the background. Like he's there pulling strings.
Funny you mentioned this because... So apparently, Candace Owens, obviously she's a journalist and she likes digging for the truth and stuff. So she posted, this is I think a few days ago. So she reveals, she believes that all this time we think that the villain is Blake, but the real villain is Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, this is it.
So
this is it.
She has come out with him saying that he is insecure.
Isn't it mad?
And this is why, he stepped in, and then he was in every scene whenever there was I can't remember from which scene onwards, at what point of the movie, then he was there all the time, like on set every time. And apparently somebody has even come forward and said like Blake and Ryan was having a full-blown argument in her trailer.
Oh, wow.
So it was like insecurities like were shown everywhere.
That's what I can see throughout all of this.
And to the point where, he started like directing as well. He started writing, changing the scripts and things like that. So people like, if that's not insecurity, then if that's, do you know what I mean? What is it? Obviously he was. And you have to think like it must be true, because why would he then script in Deadpool?
Yeah.
Justin Baldoni.
Yeah.
Himself, like he was taking the mick out of Justin Baldoni in Deadpool.
Yeah, he was.
Even in interviews as well.
I didn't know that.
Like in the
promo.
In the promos for Deadpool.
Mm. For Deadpool.
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
He was doing some like Justin Baldoni like
what?
Yeah, mocking basically.
To bring you into Deadpool promo is weird.
Yes, I know.
Oh no.
So people are like, yeah, he is petty.
Wow.
He is petty and sensitive, insecure and jealous. It comes down to those things and it's highly unprofessional. And
this is the thing is, they say, what is it? You can lose them how you got them or something.
Yeah.
And of course, he's scared of losing Blake Lively on a film set to another actor because that's how he has met Blake Lively.
Yeah.
And that's how he met Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
Innit?
Yeah.
So he's like, oh no, this is where it happens. Oh dear, I better keep an eye on this because.
So there was this. I won't say the name, but there was this TikToker, and she had a blind item years ago, and she had
a blind item. What's a blind item?
Something that's like from somebody else, like read, like confirmed from somebody else.
Okay,
like a rumor.
Okay,
it's like a rumor,
like a secondary source of information, almost. Type thing.
And they were saying like it said that Ryan Reynolds has this like is this jealous, insecure type and quite controlling, and that's why they divorced him and Scarlett Johansson.
Oh,
and
wow.
the age gap is like about 10-year age gap, so he seems to go for like younger girls, and naturally that probably makes him feel
leaves
a
him
bit
insecure as well.
Yes.
That's what I was saying. I was saying that he should be doing it like DiCaprio does and don't catch feelings. Catch flights, not feelings.
So yeah, maybe he is feeling a bit, with Blake on set. Intimate love film.
Scared.
Love scenes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that, do you know what? That is like the final piece of the puzzle. That makes it make sense.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Because that people are saying that's why she had her own edit for two reasons. One, to get evidence on Baldoni, and two, to like show thingy. That's what I think anyway. To show Ryan Reynolds. So yeah, those two reasons. Part of me feels like this whole explosion is all to really go really far for Ryan Reynolds. She's doing all this to reassure Ryan Reynolds that's what she's doing. Mm-hmm. But it's gone like a bit too far. Yeah. Like she's saying that, look, I'm going to reassure you that much that I'll take this guy to court and take loads of credits and stuff. Like, don't think I like Baldoni at all. I'll take it this far for you. Which is like, I don't know, is that romantic? It's just weird, isn't it?
No, it's messed up.
It is, isn't it? It's strange.
Yeah.
It's just, for me, it's really strange that like Ryan Reynolds is insecure.
Well, a lot of women online have they think that Justin Baldoni is a lot more attractive than Ryan Reynolds. So maybe he thinks so as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that
he must feel,
threatened.
Yeah.
It's mad because like, Baldoni has proper got a die-hard fan base, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has.
I don't even know who the guy was.
I don't, but a lot of people that do know him do appreciate his work, and they're a big fan. Yeah, die-hard fan. So, especially now, even more so now, with what they've put him through.
Yeah, this has only made his
the fact that he's such a bully, though. Like, not just Blake herself, but like how Reynolds has handled it all. Like, he basically went to his company and said like, it's you either lose him, basically
him
get
me.
Rid of him, or you're gonna lose me, Blake, and Taylor Swift.
What? Taylor Swift just chucked in like a random.
Chucked in there, Well, Taylor Swift is like their kid's godmother.
So they're proper close.
Yeah, they're really close.
They're like all three of this a throuple, isn't it, or something?
Yeah, they're really close.
Might as well be.
So,
Wow, I didn't think they could just chuck.
And then that was it. That was it done. Then they chucked him off. They chucked him away.
That is power.
Baldoni. So the whole power trip thing is just icky, isn't it? That's just disgusting, really.
Yeah. Like a big part of it for me was like.
And also, sorry, just to put in there as well.
It's all right.
And also, you know how Justin Baldoni got kicked to the basement on the
That's
premiere?
what I was about to talk about.
Apparently, a lot of people say that it will be from Ryan Reynolds. That would have been Ryan Reynolds' idea.
My thing is, how do you not have any fight in you? Do you know what I mean?
How can he fight them?
I don't know.
How can he fight them? He's got no power at all. They're not, he's not the one in the power couple.
When they put you in the basement,
successful.
Just go back up the red carpet.
No, I don't think you understand. I don't think that's how it works, though, is it?
He was proper having a party in the basement. It's in the pictures. They were all just there, having an event. Very sad. Very sad. Because he was like, that could have been the best night of my career.
Yeah.
But it's gone. But I suppose that's where we are on the whole thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, so it turns out.
I mean, unless we see new evidence, that will prove Blake right. But so far, everything that I've seen it shows, Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively were definitely the bullies in this.
Yeah.
And hope Baldoni wins.
For example, that thing about him coming into her trailer when she's not properly dressed. Turns out she invited him in, and he was like, "Wait a minute, are you sure? Triple check." Do you know what I mean? And she was like, "Yeah, I'm sure." And then he went in. So and he's got the text messages. So he's actually been quite smart in getting his receipts ready. But yeah, I'm still surprised that Ryan Reynolds has turned out in the background is the whole, because there was that part of me thinking, why is Ryan Reynolds there on the scene and why is he rewriting stuff? Part of me was thinking Ryan Reynolds is something more to the story, but I didn't really put it together. But yeah, this makes sense. But I think that's us. That's everything. You got anything else?
Yeah, no.
Okay, so that's basically us, guys, and that is the Baldoni update, Blake Lively update. We will catch you guys in the next one. See you later. Take it easy.